Hey, come here. Come here, man, come here. Shut up. Listen to this. I want you to do something for me. Take a look at your hands. You got fingers, you got skin, you're probably a human, right? If you're a human, that means you also probably got tight hamstrings, because let's be honest, most of us don't even know what the hell it is. We just know it hurts. And it's from a lot of different things, probably sitting too much, maybe not moving enough, maybe just not stretching because you move so much. So those things that are screaming at you daily on the back of your legs, right underneath your butt cheeks, those are called your hamstrings, right? Those are muscles in your body, and those things get really tight, especially if you don't use them. I know that sounds weird. How does my muscle get tight if I'm not using it? Don't worry about it, just know it does. Now, luckily for the human race, there are things we can do to increase hamstring flexibility, which will make it so that those hamstrings don't hurt as much. Of course, you can stretch, everyone knows about that, but today we're talking about doing something even better. We're talking about mobilizing. If you don't know what mobilizing is, it's because you're in pain and you haven't done anything about it yet. So, here's your crash course of mobilizing. Makes you feel good. Done. So mobilizing is pushing further past stretching. Stretching is holding a movement, holding a position, and trying to get more flexible in that position. What we're trying to do with mobilizing is increase range of motion. Mobilizing goes a little bit further than stretching because it requires movement. If you're working on your mobility, that means you're taking a joint through its proper and natural range of motion. If it's restricted, you're going to do specific exercises to make sure that you can unrestrict that movement. Now, your mobility is something that will progressively change, so it'll take time to get better. You need to work with it, and you need to work through it, because this shit don't feel good, I promise you. Here's a real simple way to even mobilize your hamstrings. Stand up nice and straight, and make sure you arch your back, okay? If you're doing this, you're not working your hamstrings. You need to do this to work your hamstrings. So unless you're doing this, you're not working your hamstrings, right? You want to stretch those hamstrings, you want to mobilize those hamstrings, activate that lower back, get that spine tight. So here's a great way to simply mobilize your hamstrings. Like, this is the most basic. I'm here, my low back is active, kick my hips back, feel a stretch, ooh, come out, take a deep breath in. Try to go deeper. Breathing out, ooh, I got a little deeper. Felt that stretch, I come back up. Here, take a nice deep breath. Coming back out. The whole time, I'm active with this, all right? My knees are slightly bent. I'm focusing on my hamstrings and their mobility, their range of motion, all right? If I was working on my flexibility, I'd still keep that low back arch, but I'd probably keep these knees straight and hold a position for a prolonged amount of time. Now, there is probably an uncountable amount of exercises that we could use to help you mobilize your hamstrings. The important thing is that you start doing them. Take a few, maybe 3 or 4, work with those for a month. Did you see a change? Was it a good change? If the answer is yes, then consider doing more of those or change those exercises to ones that are similar. Did you not see a change? If you didn't, did it get worse? If it did, are you in pain now? You should probably see a fucking doctor. So if you're trying to increase hamstring flexibility, work on that hamstring mobility, because mobility is key and movement is medicine. So when you're focusing on flexibility in your hamstrings, put the focus and put the emphasis on mobilizing that hamstring. Use mobility movements. If you haven't found out what mobility is, even from this video, look further into it. Start diving deep yourself. I wanted to say thank you for watching this video, especially if you made it all the way to this point. I really hope that you got something good from this and that it helps you. I know this isn't a cure-all for hamstring flexibility, but I'm just letting you know how to do what you're trying to do. Now go out there and do it. If you like what you're seeing, then make sure to follow us on our social media, subscribe to this YouTube channel, consider leaving a like, we really appreciate that. That just makes our day even better. And what we'd really love for you to do is leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see more, all right? We really want to make sure that we're giving you the best content available. Make sure you check out mgbtraining.com, where we can take your body through an even better range of motion. Oh, get big!